Welcome back. It is Saturday. Is it Saturday?
Sunday.
Saturday. It's Saturday, yeah. It's Saturday. All the days merge into one. Okay, so I'm choosing carpets and I just thought I'd show you these. Now bear in mind, remember we're going for patterned because Mike does spill things. So plain carpet is just a nightmare to keep clean, shampooing it all the time. So these are the choices we're having a look at. I've got the wallpaper out and next to the colour as well, so we can have a look at that and you can give me your comments. Now the pattern, this pattern I like this, and this one is really velvety, real soft to touch, so it's probably going to be more expensive. I don't know if you can see that one. Grand Designs, that one. Mike's not keen on a really dark carpet because it shows up bits, and you can probably see it is already, but I really like it. I think it'll be real dramatic, make a big statement, because this is the wallpaper that it's going to go with, and that colour as well, the greige. This one I like. I don't think Mike's too keen, but it does seem like a much cheaper carpet. So that is a Caspian Wilton Misty Mountain. So like the design, but it doesn't feel as lush as that. Moving on with this pattern, but again not feeling as nice, you can see it's slightly different, is the charcoal grey. So if that had come in a charcoal grey like that, brilliant, but it doesn't. It comes in this and it's not as lush as that, so it does feel a little bit cheaper again. These, I think these three are all the same make. Oh no, it's Royal Windsor, that one, and that's Royal Windsor obviously. So that's my favourite, but I don't think we'll end up going for it because Mike will think it's too dark. And I do like these, but they do feel a little bit cheapy. But that's not to say that they are. I'll have to check the prices actually. See what they are. All man-made apparently. If that makes a difference, which means that they are tougher, more hard wearing than the woolen blends. So yeah, that's it for now. Your comments please. We narrowed it down to two. These two. There aren't any other, well there is a colourway in this, but it's bright red and I just didn't fancy that. Other than that, there's nothing else. This one did come in a lot of colourways, but I only liked the greys. So this is the lighter grey. We've got rid of the darker grey and rid of that one, which is actually quite nice, but these are the favourites. So, Royal Windsor versus Grand Designs. I'm going to look them both up and look at the price. So that one is £31.50 per square metre. So they're both the same. They are actually the same brand, Fells, but it's just a different name. So Fells, Royal Windsor, £31.50. Yeah. And the next one, that one, right, that one's £35.99 per square metre. So there's not a lot in it. Not a lot between them, and that feels like a much better carpet. So going for that one. But you're still your comments. You make your comments, but I'm going for that one. I want that one. Got the electrician here, so I'm just sort of like keeping Willow out of the way. So I went to charity shop, as you know, if you haven't watched previous videos, you won't, but I've been trying to clear out my wardrobes, give myself a little bit more room, take some stuff to charity shop, and let go of the things that seriously are not gonna fit me ever again. I've still got a couple of bits. There's one is a Ted Baker leather jacket that I really don't want to let go of, and a white denim jacket which I'm kind of in love with. But I just know it's not ever, that's from when I was super slim. I just know it's not going to fit me, but I can't let go. So I went to charity shop. What did I do? I bought some stuff. Oh, I can't help it. And it's just, there's so many bargains in there. I mean, these are going to be too big for me, but I can take them in. And they're, you know, for the price, they're all right for doing a bit of DIY and everything kind of thing. So I got this. So it's a size 20, but it'll be comfy. £4.95. But it's so summery and light. Lovely light shirt. It'll be really comfy. So I got that. I know. And I didn't get that much. I mean, I got rid of more than I bought. So that's that's how I'm justifying it. And this one, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So this was £4.95 as well, size 18. So this will actually fit me. Look at those pretty sleeves. Cute. It's just got enough sleeve on it for me to feel comfortable with, because I don't like tops on my arms. But how cute and pretty is that? That was an M&Co. Now it says petite, so it might be a little bit short. Don't look it. Either way, it's cute. It's cute. I like it. And I've gone scarf crazy again. Michael go mad. Just why are all the scarves? This one, £1.50. Well, both the scarves were £1.50. Isn't that lovely? How beautiful is that? Light and summery. I couldn't help it. Got a couple of dresses that'll look nice with. It absolutely reeks of perfume. So I'm going to have to wash that, because that's not to my taste, that perfume. That's a little bit pungent. And then this one, don't you just love green? I love green. Another £1.50. But I was thinking maybe this might go to my friend Joanna in Scarborough, who I made the green boho bag for. She adores green, anything green. And I got her a green bracelet, beaded bracelet as well. So I think I might save that for her for Christmas, because it's quite, well, it's sort of autumny, like more of an autumn winter scarf. Got lovely little tassels on the end. What a bargain. £1.50 each. That'll go straight in the wash. That's, ooh, somebody liked their perfume. I'll take the ticket off and then that's that done. I kind of got the feeling that there won't be many that like my taste in carpet. We weren't keen on the patterned carpet in Scarborough, but it really was a lifesaver, because you know, with the plain carpet you make spills, and we got a dog as well. You do very quickly collect a lot of marks and stains on a plain carpet. So it does need to be patterned, and I wanted dark because it's supposed to be a dark cosy room. So I can't get this ticket off. Leave that. Yeah, so it's quite a lot of things I need to do this week. I need to show you an update of the kitchen. We've got all of the units out, worktop on, to see what that's going to look like. So you can actually see what the kitchen's going to look like now, and where everything's going to go. So I'm really happy with that. I think I've picked my kitchen flooring. They call it cushioned flooring now. I think I've picked it. It's sort of, it was the thickest that you could get. And that one is a wood effect, which I think will look nice in the kitchen with the butcher block worktop. So wood effect cushion flooring. I'll show you that at some point anyway. At the moment, I've nothing to do because I've got to babysit Willow. But I have got a ton to do in the front room. Wallpapering needs to be done. Skirting, I still haven't got round to. I need to sort those out. Sanding, painting. I need to do some touch-up painting of the greige paint on the like Damaski Laura Ashley wallpaper. Got quite a bit of that to do. Oh, and I need to sand and revarnish where the TV's going as well. That's only had one coat, so I've got that to do as well. So a fair bit that I need to get on with, but at the moment it's just a case of babysitting this little one. Shh, it's okay, go sleep. Good girl. Good girl. She's just had a dinner, had a big bowl of chicken and rice and a little bit of corned beef. So she's enjoyed that. Right. I think while I'm up here, I might as well do a little bit of work and be a little bit productive. Hello. We're sorting the coving out today, which is that piece up there. And it's the first time we've done it, so wish us luck. So yeah. What's the plan?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just... I put this plasterboard on front of the chimney breast, which of course has pulled out the chimney breast, but I cut it below the coving, so the coving should go back in. But then it won't leave the profile of the bottom of the coving.
Right.
So I'm just going to do my best with it. I think if I can get the coving up there and stuck, I can then adjust it.
All right.
I think.
Well, we'll do what we can do.
Yeah. So that's where I'm up to. I've got the coving up into place. Those screws are not drilled into the coving and the nails are not nailed into the coving either. They're sort of surrounding it. You can spot my deliberate mistake. Well, it's not a mistake, it's a planned. I've got to cut. I've got to cut the coving to fit once this bit of liquid nails has gone off. We'll see. As Cheryl.
Do you know, it's the preparation that takes everything. You think, oh, I'll paint the door frame today. And then you realise that you've got to scrape the plaster off with the glue, otherwise it's going to look all untidy.
Yeah, you can't paint the door frame today.
No, I won't be able to paint it today, but...
You mean the architrave? Or do you mean the door frame?
No, I was meaning this bit.
Oh no, that'll take a lot of sanding.
Yeah, it's got a fair bit of gunk on it.
Yeah.
But I'm just waiting for that to dry, and then I'm going to knock the nails in.
Yeah.
And then do what I need to do.
Finish the skirting. We've had about 5 days on the skirting. only because we're trying to get it right. But we are doing, aren't we?
We are.
Okay. So this was the skirting that I was putting in and showing you a while ago. I think it's on the last video. Yeah, it is last video. And we got it level. Well, yeah, we got it level. Got the corners done. Cheryl's done a great job of cutting in and fettling, a bit of filling, sanding, painting, etc. So that's done, and the reason that we wanted to get that bay window area done quickly is we can have a good tidy up and put the cabinet back, so cabinet, and then put some things back. So yeah, good. Just outside front way, as you can see, the skip is, well, maybe a quarter full, and most of that is cardboard, but I've had to ring to have it taken away. We've got the VW van heading our way tomorrow or Wednesday. Today is Monday. You can see the garage is still standing. Well, not quite know what to say, but let's just say it's not been taken down this year. Gonna leave it till next year. It might be later on this year. We decided, we messed about a bit, but we decided to have a replacement garage, one of these concrete garages, put in its place. And over this winter, that will house our little Morris, and the VW will stand on here till the end of summer. So that's what we're doing. These are a good company. Uniskip out of Hull. We're not too far from Hull. Good lad. Anyway, there we are. So to fix this, what is a new threshold in the front room? So that's a new threshold, you know, entry into a room, foot entry. So there was never a door here. You know, we had this doorway put in, and the doorway to the room was down there, now blocked. So to fix this, now, interesting, I suppose, you can see the bricks are higher than the joists, the floor joists, and that's because there was never a door. So the brickwork just went all the way up. So I'm figuring out a way of doing it. There's two ways I can do it. I think what I'm going to do is cut a board and fit it the best I can to the height of the floorboard in the hallway. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go with it. All I've got to do is cut a board, make sure it's supported at the right height, and then fasten it. Yep. So hopefully you can see that new light fitting, the Cheryl boat. I think they come out with next, I'm not sure. So this is the hallway as you come in. It's not got its glass lantern on yet, and also one right at the top of the stairs. These didn't work. Well, the one in the hallway down here worked, but the one upstairs never did. It constantly was shorting. And the electrician, who's a really good lackey and a good bloke, he figured it out, he sorted it. Something to do with a spare running the wrong way. I don't know. Anyway, we're not putting the glass lanterns on yet because Cheryl quite rightfully worries that they'll get damaged as we're carrying things. Also, what the electrician did was to make good after himself. Bit of plastering, well, filler, both upstairs and downstairs. We just appreciate that because we've got so much to do. Now, the other thing we had done was to put that in place. That's the chandelier. He did that. None of it took very long because he's good at what he does. So he just gets on with it. Anyway, more about the chandelier later. So at this point, all I've done is got some spacers which are sat on the joist, the wooden joist, and then put enough grab adhesive down on the top of the bricks to grab anything. So I'm going to offer the board in now, it's cut, and then fix it with some screws. Not with that, I hope. Fingers crossed.
It's Monday. The state of me. So the day started, I was supposed to, I've got the day off work, and I was supposed to go on a walk with a lady. She invited me on a river walk, so I thought that sounds lovely. Take Willow. And then another one of the members of my new dog pack walking gang wanted to come as well, so there was 3 of us, and there's a cafe somewhere along the way that does apparently fantastic bacon sandwiches, so I was really looking forward to it. I thought, stuff the diet and the fasting. Kept checking the forecast, going to be sunshine, partly cloudy. I thought that's perfect for walking. Rained. And it was just as we set off, and I said, I'm looking at my weather app and I'm saying, oh, it's going to stop, you're fine. We're fine, it'll stop soon. Just got worse. So halfway through the walk, we were drenched. Willow was so unhappy. Oh, my hair. We were absolutely soaked. So we decided to give up halfway, and there was a pathway that you could go down and then come back on yourself. So we did that, and I got back, just had to dry myself out really. So back to DIY, so much for my day off. Not to worry, so we'll do it another day. I'll just make sure that the sun is out before we set off. I'm painting. It's like going around in circles. I've got a little bit of a headache as well, but I'm painting, doing the skirtings and this architrave, and then all the way down there, skirtings in the corner there. And I've had to do a little bit of filling as well. I've got some more filling to do down there. Yeah, a little bit of a touch up there. And then there is just some general touch up paint things where we've caught it a little bit, and I need to do all of that. But it's literally, I'm on my first coat and I've already had enough. So just keep going round in circles. So I'm about to go on my second round, which is starting there. That's going to be coat number 2. I don't know how many coats I should do. It's maybe just until you're happy. I'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's it for now anyway. Are we feeling well? Got a poorly paw? Have to see how you go. Willow was fine when we got back. She walked all the way back, absolutely fine. Got on the sofa, had a nap, and then she got up at lunchtime and she's limping really badly. So I don't know if she's stepped on something in the house or it's just aching from walking. I don't know. I'll have to see how she gets on. Might have to take her to vets if it don't clear up. Morrison's have just had a big delivery, just sorting it out. It was a big shop. I've got to find space for it all now. I just wanted to get fully stocked up for a couple of weeks and do a lot of meal preps. Sorry, I'm being really quiet because Mike's talking to a student. I'm in love with these at the minute. Let me just show you. These. Really nice, really nice. I'm a little bit addicted. I don't know how many calories there are in them. Per 250 ml, there's 500 ml in it. Per 250 ml is, oh that's not bad, 34 calories, so 68 calories in the whole thing. Sugars, 7.5 grams, so 15 grams. That's quite a lot. That's where the calories are in the sugar. Anyway, I really like them. I wanted loads of them, but I think they must have been out of stock because they sent me a load of tins as well as a substitute. I got some of this. Yum, 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 yum. How many calories are in that? Per portion, as prepared, would be 98 calories. 98 calories per portion. What they call a portion, it'd be tiny, wouldn't it? I'd eat the whole packet. I love banana. I love banana flavoured things. Banana milkshake. Oh, I've got some of this because I'm doing a bolognese. I like that. Yeah, so I've got loads of steak mincing. Doing chili con carne, bolognese. If I've got enough, I'm going to do some minced beef, savoury mince. My mum used to call it savoury mince. Yeah, so just been, there's just loads of, there's another big bag down here. I've got to unpack all of that. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get it in the fridge and the freezer. I do have the extra fridge in the new kitchen, but we haven't fitted the kitchen, even though it's plugged in. We haven't fitted that yet. So if I fill it, I'm only going to have to empty it again when we come to put everything in place. I could just put the drinks in there. That's not so bad, is it? Let's see. Right, I've got cupboard space. I've got my bathroom cupboard, which I'm very proud of. I will show you that. And I've got, of course, the bathroom vanity unit. That's got a big cupboard. Got to show you that as well. And I've got downstairs, I've got a vanity unit in the downstairs toilet, which I don't really use at the moment, so I can fill that with things like my cleaning products and kitchen rolls and toilet rolls, and just got to sort through it. And I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to do cooking either, but I've got to get it done. Will somebody come round and help? Help me organise my life. I need to clean the bathroom before I show you it, do the big reveal. The flooring isn't down. They're coming to measure tomorrow for that. But still, I'm going to show you it. I thought I'd give these a go. Don't know if any of you have ever tried these, but if you have, comment. I got spaghetti bolognese, even though I'm making a spaghetti bolognese. I just wanted to try it, see how it compares to my bolognese. Chicken hot pot, that looked quite nice, and chicken tikka masala. I didn't go mad because I thought I'll just try them first, just a small selection. If I do like them, they're really useful. You know, if when I'm really tired, if I had a full day of work and then I've done a couple of hours in DIY, and it gets to, it's just like, it's like you wake up and the next minute it's tea time. So they're just for me really easy. Mike won't eat anything like that, but even if it's just for me to stick in the microwave while I'm doing Mike and Willow's tea, anything will help. I've got loads of veg in as well. I'm being good as well. And got some peppers for my chilli. Oh, thought I'd give those a go as well. Again, just for a very quick lunch hit, if I haven't got time to make myself something to eat at 1 o'clock. Just an easy drink. Just trying to make my life easy. But all of this stuff that I've bought in as well is so I can do a load of meal prep. I want to do a curry as well. I'm going to do a chicken korma. Mike liked that last time. I got him some grapes because he's really liking those at the moment. 3 for £5, which I don't think is bad. Oh, and I got that for a treat. Banana and custard flavour. Anyway, got some chocolate ones as well. I'll let you know what they're like. Mike's loving those at the minute with potatoes and corned beef, so I've got some more of those in. Everyone gets frozen peas. You've always got to have frozen peas in your freezer. Got the wonky ones, a lot cheaper, big difference in price. Peas are peas, aren't they? You know. And I've tried this with like I've got a tin. They're Savers mushy peas compared to what other big name brands. There is a big name brand. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, very little difference. These are a little bit thicker and less moisture in them when you first open them, so they're already very well mushed, whereas the big brands that come out sort of like runny peas and then they go mushy. So there's a slight difference in consistency. Not consistency. Is it consistency? No. In thickness. Dear Lord, Cheryl. There's a difference in thickness, but I quite like it thick anyway. So I empty it in. I add a little bit of boiling water, and then I just let it cook, and it's nice. I like it anyway. I think I like a bargain. Right, better get some of this in the freezer. Stocking up. I've still got 2 other boxes, but I'm stocking up. Stocking up again, lime and lemon juice for when I do want a little gin and tonic. What else? Oh gosh, I really like these. These are lovely. Everyone I talk to says they taste like grass, but I don't think so. I think they're really nice. Aqua Libra sparkling water, and it's infused with cucumber, mint and lime. They're really refreshing. Love them. A little bit expensive, you know, considering how many I drink, because I'm drinking it like sparkling water. So yeah, I got 2 lots of 4 of those. What else did I get? I was just looking at it. Well, I've got loads. Hang on. Yeah, got a bit of Earl Grey because I've been fancying this lately. I don't have milk with it because I'm trying to cut down on things like that. So Earl Grey, I can drink that really easily as a black tea. I like Lady Grey as well, but Got some Earl Grey in. Just thought I'd mention it. Oh yeah, I got myself a treat. Oh, Pinot Grigio. That's my favourite wine, Pinot Grigio. Red wine. I'm just putting Willow some chicken on because her rice has arrived. So I'm going to pre-prep. I usually do 3 meals in advance of her chicken and rice. So I can get that out of the way. I've already cooked some of the chicken. Just got to put some more on. I've also got a nice big thing of water as well. Because I like this, and I got Mike some small bottles because he can't really handle, you know, when he shakes. He's better off with just a small bottle. So that's that. I'm enjoying this, showing you everything I've got. Well, not everything. Mike's favourite biscuits, along with digestives. He likes those fruity shorties. He's not had Morrison's own yet, so I'll have to see what he thinks to those. Normally has, I think it's McVitie's, and his malted milk. He does have Morrison's malted milk. He does like those. Willow likes the odd one, but it has to be dipped in his tea, otherwise she just won't eat it. They're peculiar, aren't they? Oh yeah, and I got some cabbage and leek. I don't know why. Was I thinking of making a stew? I maybe was, or a soup. And I don't know now. I've got some broccoli and carrots and sprouts. Oh, like sprouts. God, sprouts. Bit of fish. I'll probably have that with some new potatoes and some corn on the cob. Again, I'm not sure Mike would eat that, but he might do. It depends what mood he's in. I've got all sorts to go in the curry, korma, that, and I've got some sugar snap peas somewhere. There were some substitutions that Morrison's made, but they were fine. And I got him his favourite cold meat, corned beef, and some tins. Butter, cheese, got the lot. Where am I going to put it all? Ah. Again, favourites. Shouldn't really buy this stuff in because then we eat it. Oh well. And at the moment he's been having pittas in the morning. He likes toasted pitta with corned beef, hot mustard, Coleman's English mustard, and a bit of mayonnaise. He likes it. He'll like it for months and then he'll go completely off it. Oh, I forgot I've got some crumpets. Yorkshire pudding. Oh, and I've got a load of mushrooms, so that'll be some for my bolognese and some for the curry. And again, one of my favourites. I might have the fish with that actually. That'd be really nice. Mediterranean vegetables. Yeah. So I've got to motivate myself to make some meals now and get them all done and out of the way. And then it just makes the next couple of weeks, if I've got enough meals made and in the freezer, next couple of weeks will just be, well, it should last 3 weeks, this lot, hopefully. Make my life a little bit easier. I've got a massive pack of chicken breasts as well. And still got loads to bring through. And those are Mike's. Mike likes ginger beer every now and then. So those, it's the light one, so not too sugary for him. Those are his. He won't drink the cucumber drink. I think he tried it once and was like, it's grass. So hopefully that's it. Just put Mike's tissues there. Likes his tissues. So hopefully what happened? We got to the point where we were so tired and I had nothing in and I could not bring myself to go shopping. So we ended up with a takeaway. And every time we do that, it makes you feel really yak, you know, a bit of a pizza or some chips or something, or a burger. And then the next day you feel blech. So I really don't want to do that again. That is a real last resort. So if I can get all of this meal prep done, I just know it'll sort us out. What I need is a cook. Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's me really. That's enough of my shopping. I've gotta put it all away. I'm so untidy. I like things clean, but I am untidy. You don't want to look in my fridge, and I'm gonna have to reorganise it to get some of this stuff in. I should leave it for Mike to do really, because he's really organised. He'll look at something, tidy it, and then the next day, once I've been in it and through it, rummaging through stuff and looking for stuff, it's exactly as bad as it was. It goes bad. Right, okay, I'll get cracking. Hairdresser's been. I just had my hair done. Isn't it gorgeous? I just feel like myself again. Got my colour back, and she's feathered it as well. So it took a little bit of the weight out that was weighing it down and making it too thick for me to dry in the morning, and then feathered the front. I love it. I love it. Just thought I'd get excited and show you.
So we're in a little bit of a mess today. It's absolutely chucking it down outside, raining cats and dogs. But the mess is really well worth it. In here, which is the downstairs toilet, the new downstairs toilet, we are having things moved. Sink unit's going over there, toilet's going over there. I'll put, if I've got it, I'll put a little film on what it did look like. But anyway, we'll show you when it's fitted. Thank goodness for that. George from the plumbing team who we've used is doing it for us. They're great people, really are great. Anyway, more on that later. There is the toilet and the vanity unit out the downstairs toilet, as it were, and all the associated gubbins, stuff. So today's Thursday. George is thinking he'll have it finished for tomorrow. Not too big a job for him, and he knows what he's doing, so that helps, doesn't it? Yeah. So I'm in the conservatory this morning, Friday morning. You can see I've had to take this floor up, which I put down just to lift the height of the conservatory. The reason is so that the plumber, George, can get to those fixings on the radiator, because I want to have the radiator lifted about sort of 5-6 inches. That's for something I'm thinking of in the future, but also so that the lino or whatever we decide to put in here can go under the radiator better. Now there was enough room for it, but only just, and I didn't realise that until I did the floor. So I've cut the floor up. George will be able to get in there now, because he's redoing the downstairs toilet and wash basin at the moment. which we'll show you when that's done. Bit of a mess again. Yeah, it is raining. I don't think it stopped raining for 2 or 3 days. That's not helping what I'm trying to do outside, which I'll show you. There you go. Pressure washer. And I did talk about this garage. It's quite dark in here, but you can see. So, this back wall broken. You can actually see it better from the other side. Look at that end. Means it's the end post, but it's broken. It's all cracked on the other side. It's been hit at some point, of course. What I'm going to do today is to give the garage a really good clean with the jet wash. And the reason is I'm going to basically save the garage. I'm going to build a very hefty wooden frame on this side, on the inside. So yeah, I'm going to build this frame, heavy timber framing, drill through to a copycat frame on the other side, and then bolt those frames together. That'll stabilise the end of the garage. I've also got some splits, and if you can see them, I'll hold the camera there. I've got some splits in the asbestos roof which have got to be dealt with. That's quite simple. There's one there and there's one up there. Sorry, I'm shaking. Anyway, a few spider webs. As you get in a old garage, that's a good one. Look at that one. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to give it a good clean today. Now, the other thing that I'm doing, and I did get a quote for replacing this door. It's buggered, basically, and not repairable. And the quote was around £1,000. That's for an ordinary steel dome fitting. I don't suppose that's too bad, but I can buy a door for around 600 and then get some help fitting it, £400 saving. But again, before I start that work, I'm going to be getting all this out, all the way along to the front of the house and on the drive. A lot of grass growing where it shouldn't, along here as well. Anyway, I'll give it all a good clean. I've sort of swilled all the heavy muck off, and I'll give it a good clean now. Yeah.
What on earth have you been doing?
Well, I've done all this side of the drive and the garage is reasonably clean. I'm a bit wet through.
Can I get the jet wash on you?
No, it's dangerous. So I'm just doing down there. I've done the wall. The wall this year is going to want pointing up.
Yeah.
I'll just get this. Throw this. That's an all-hour path. And all along here.
Oh yeah.
So I cleaned all the way along. But again, this wall's not so bad. This wall, look at that one.
Yeah.
That needs pointing. All on the bottom. So I'll get it done and then put the cap back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah.
a really powerful jet.
That looks really clean.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't used that detergent yet.
Oh.
You know, the detergent, all I've done is cleaned it with a girly wig.
A girly wig.
Yeah, because really cleans it. Like I do too much because George is doing the toilet. I think he's getting all the spray.
Oh.
You can film him, he don't mind.
No, I know.
Did you have a coffee?
Yeah, I've just taken one.
But it's not in bad, you know, now it's clean.
Yeah.
Probably my feet are sore.
That's ridiculous. He's just clean that.
It does happen. Yeah. At least sunshine's come out, you can see how clean it is.
Yeah.
And there ain't anything, I've just got to a bag of sand, dry sand, and then brush it into the gaps that have obviously been created.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to clean this French drain out here. But yeah, I'm pleased, I'm glad I got it done.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take Willow for a walk. She had something to eat.
So I'm going to carry on.
Carry on, regardless.
Yes. So as you'll have seen, George from Jim's crew moved the toilet. So he's basically moved it from the middle of the room we had built and put it here. I'll show you that. That was a heck of a job in drilling that out. But he didn't give up, kept going. Where I've been, you won't really tell. It's one of them jobs that, you know, you get finished and you think, okay. But anyway, it's nice and clean now. It's a bit brighter. I've just this to do. I'm just letting it soak away. It looks really bad. But I'm letting all the water run out of that debris. It goes into this drain. And then I'll dig that out, clean it out. Garage is nice and clean. So I can clean all that drain out. And that's that job done for this year. These drains, I must get them sorted. There's a crack in that. It's only on the concrete top, but the one ceiling really. Might redo that with some bricks. And then I've this garage, which I'd quite like to repaint really, make it look tidy. Yeah, as I go along. But all this will be done. I'll get it done. To get it done before winter. There's that big crack. You've probably seen it before, but I know what I'm going to do with it, so I can sort it. Not worried about it. Yeah, we, as they say, are definitely getting there. Yeah. So it's been a tough week one way or another. Got a lot done. I'm absolutely filthy from jet washing the front. Still got a lot to do, but it's coming on. Next week, all things being well, I'm gonna start fitting the kitchen, so stick around for that. The other thing is great comments. You can ask us questions as well, might be funny. Ask us anything you want about anything. But, yeah, good. So Cheryl will round up our week as well, I think, but I think it's been a tough week. Anyway, it's all good stuff. As Cheryl would say, it's all fun.
It's Saturday. I'm going to talk you through the bathroom. So I'm going to show you the bathroom now and then just explain a few bits of where everything is and why. So, bum bum bum, drum roll. We're going in. I know it's only small. Oh, I'll show you my cupboard actually. Finished cupboard. Here we go. Not very tidy at the moment because a lot of this stuff will go in there, in that cupboard. Right. Lovely new towel radiator. Tiling finished. So, my soft clothes. Loo. Love my loo. I'm going to talk to you about that because there's something about it that I never realised, and I'm really pleased that I picked that toilet. It was a bit expensive, but it was worth it. So the bath and the shower. That is amazing. Absolutely fabulous. Right, so when this all got fitted, it's quite funny. That was pointing, facing this way. Got paint on my hands. I'm always covered in paint at the moment. And Mike came in and we were having a look at it and, you know, cooing. We're going, ooh, fancy. I said to Mike, oh, try it. So he did. It was funny. It was so funny. I had to quickly have a wee. Honestly, it was so funny. It just literally turned it, and he turned it the wrong way, and it sprayed directly into his face. So when he turned round, I just keep getting the vision of his face when he turned round with his glasses. It was so funny. You had to be there. I've got a toilet roll holder. I'll show you that. So that's kind of to go with the theme of like that. So it just carries on a bit. But anyway, the pressure and it's just, I can't explain, it's just fantastic. Loving my bath. So this cupboard. So, very first off when I was thinking of planning, I wanted it facing here with a mirror there. But I didn't take into account the radiator. So I was thinking, oh no, can't do that because I was thinking we were having a normal radiator. It was only later when I chose that and I completely forgot about that. I'd already decided to place it here. But we had to make sure, because that's a 600 unit, that there was plenty of walkway to the toilet. And not just that, but when you sit down on the toilet, you bend over, so you can sort of squat and crouch. And I didn't want to be banging my head, because initially the builder was thinking it'd look more aesthetic here, with the end in line there and there. So it would have come, if you look at the difference there, so it would have come to about there, I think. And I drew a line, and I could see that it would just be really narrow, and then when you sat down, and if you were bending, you could, you know, you'd just have the cabinet here right near your knees. So I thought, okay, I'll have it flush against that wall, which wouldn't have looked great. But when the plumber came in and he was sort of assessing it all, and he was placing this and he chatted it through with us, he did like a test. And because of this toilet, it's called comfort height toilet, which means you're not squatting down. It's actually really high up. So I'm sat and I'm on tippy toe. It's really comfy. It's the little things that make me happy. Hang on, let me put this camera down. Just a second. Talk to you properly. Ah, that's a bit better. Talking to you while I'm sat on the loo. So, what we realised is that the sink could come forward this way a little bit, with room for elbow space, and it would look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to look at. Because when you get up and down off this toilet, you literally just sit down. You're not doing that. You know, some toilets are quite low and you have to squat. So I wouldn't have been banging my head on the sink. So there's loads of room. I know it sounds a little bit odd, but I think of these things. So, and in next week's video, I'll talk you through why we're having the downstairs toilet moved around, because that was an error. That was a big measurement error, and I certainly wasn't going to make that mistake in this bathroom. So I really did think it through in here. I love it. I've still got some little jobs to do. This is the protective film that needs to peel off, which I enjoy doing, but I've yet to paint, which brings me to the colour of the paint. It's willow. Of course it's willow. Willow tree. I don't know if you can pick that up there. It's more of sort of a soft pale green, sagey colour. So that's going all over the walls, and I'm doing the ceiling in it as well, all one colour. I think it looks cleaner because it's so light, it won't matter, but it looks cleaner. You don't have to worry about the cutting line with the white and the green. You just cover the whole lot in, and it is a bathroom paint. Those little white lights, I think I've mentioned it before, they just twist and turn off, and the electrician said I can swap them for chrome if I want, but I think I prefer the white because the thing with chrome in a bathroom, steam, water, lime scale, they're going to get scruffy and you'll be able to see it. I can't get my camera on right. Sorry about that. Yeah, and it'd drive me mad. I would just be looking up at them constantly and thinking, I've got to clean them. So it'd be the stepladder every week, scrubbing a little chrome circles around the light. So I'm leaving them white. I've got to paint the door, but Mike's got to rehang this properly yet. And then it does need new door furniture, but I'm doing everything's getting new door furniture, and I'm going for again chrome silver door furniture, a bit more modern. Yeah, so I've got that to do. So yeah, I mean it's nearly finished. Oh yes, should mention there's the big clean. I really enjoy it when everything's ready for that really good clean and a scrub. So I was thinking to myself, do I do the window first before I paint, or do I paint first and then do the windows? Because if you look here, I've got all of this mess to deal with. And I was thinking, no, paint first because you're going to make a mess and then clean it off. But I want a really smart line. And at the moment I'm not going to get one because it's just too much gunk and muck everywhere. So what I'm going to do is get the worst off, and then I'll paint, and then I'll clean again, because I might get some, you know, if I get a little bit of green paint on here, I can just wipe that off. It's only an emulsion. And this stuff here, I don't know if you can see all of that there. Hang on, let me turn the light on. Quite a dark day today. This crunchy stuff, that's from the tiling. I can scrape that off. But there's some other all around here, you see there, that stuff. That's from a bead that the previous owner had on, and it's because the sill was so bad between the sill and here. They'd put a wood bead on and it was glued on. So that's all glue. And that is around most of the windows in the house, so I've got quite a job to do there. And all of this in here, I really enjoy cleaning that. You know, you get really in it, pull it all the muck out. The window at some point needs fixing. It's blown. This one's quite bad. That's just going to have to be for another year. Yeah, we've got enough going on at the moment. So I think, yeah, I'm going to scrub all of the edges, get it as good as I can, and then paint. And then if I do get any green emulsion on, I'll just wipe it off as I go. So that's going to be one of my next jobs. Painting the bathroom. It might be done, yeah, it will be done. It shouldn't take me too long, it'll be done by next week, so you'll see it on next week's video. That was it really. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm going to hand this over now to Mike so he can get on with editing it, and then we'll see you on the next one. Bye.